Welcome to Steel Division 2 New Deck Builder. In this video, we're gonna build a battle group from scratch in order to show you all the new features. For more details about the new deck builder, a link is available in the video description. As always, please keep in mind that everything you will see in this video is still in development. After picking up our division, the first thing we will check is the number of slots and points in each category, as it will drive our deck composition. For this armored division, the Soviet 2nd Guards Tank Corps, a lot of slots are available in the tank category, especially 6 slots, which only cost 1 activation point each. One of the new features is the selection of the deployment type, representing the rhythm of the requisition points you will receive during each phase of the battle. For this battle group, we are going full Maverick, very strong in phase B, the moment we will bring the most powerful tanks. Let's go build our deck. We'll start with the Recon category. As we can see here, when clicking on a unit, we have the card's cost and the units available within them. A big difference with Steel Division Normandy 44 is that unit cards are not bound to a phase anymore. For each card you're adding to your deck, you can select its phase of arrival and its experience, both affecting the available units per card. We'll start with a few discrete squads like the Dozor, extremely stealthy, capable of spotting enemy units without getting too much attention. The perfect unit for phase A. We're choosing a fast transport in order to be the first to see the opponents. As a reminder, in Steel Division 2, Recon units don't make the frontline move anymore. To accompany our offensive in phase B, we'll add a tank Recon, as well as a card of Razviatka, a strong Recon unit, armed with a nice mix of short-range and long-range weapons, as well as a M1 bazooka. Let's continue to the Infantry tab. In phase A, armed with 8 PPSH, Tanko Desantniki units are very strong in close combat. They are extremely useful for taking urban objectives like farms and villages. We will select an armed transport for this unit to be able to respond at long range after unloading the units. As you can see, adding an armed transport will increase the price of the units. Guardia DP are pretty good in long range, thanks to their 2 MMGs. They also have an anti-tank rifle which, even if not extremely powerful, could take down some light vehicles. They're here to cover the advance of the tank descent troops. In phase B, we are bringing a leader, Tanko Desantniki Komroti. We are selecting a cheap and fast transport, the Jeep. For example, if the units are pinned down and we see enemy movement closing in, we can move our leaders there quickly. We're adding more Guardia in phase B to cover the advance of our tanks, as well as Avtomachiki, which come with anti-tank weapons. They will come with armed transport for fire support. And now the big one, the tank category. The Soviet division mostly have T-34 tanks. For each one of them, we will check the availability in phase A. What we can see here is that T-34-85 cards will only bring 4 tanks each in this phase, while the T-34-76 card will bring way more units in phase A, which could be a smart choice for a nice start. We will also bring a leader for a nice XP boost. We are also adding some T-34-85 and boost their experience, in case our opponents are stronger than we think. In phase B, we will bring another leader as well as an experienced T-34-85. Phase C will be a bit lighter. Let's hope we'll win the Phase B. Let's switch to the Support tab. In Phase A, we're picking a Maxim card, armed with HMGs, a bit cheaper than the SG43. They will have a bit of experience, because we'd like to keep them as long as possible, as they are great to defend a position. Again, we're choosing a Jeep transport to allow them to go fast to a given position. We are also adding a commander unit to boost our troops' combativeness. We'll talk about them later. A Studebaker supply truck will be here from the start to resupply our units. In Phase B, we are adding another supply Studebaker as well as a M3A1 combat commander. You can only bring one commander per phase. Let's switch to the anti-tank tab. In Phase A, we will have some Panzerschrecks with a cheap but efficient Jeep transport. In Phase B, we will always try to support our offensive, and the Su-85 is always a nice choice. We are also adding an experienced ZIS-3 AT gun, which is extremely interesting, as it is both an anti-tank and an artillery gun at the same time. In Phase A of the anti-air tab, we will add a GAZ AAA Maxim 4M, a cheap but efficient anti-air support. ZSU M17 is also a good choice, as it can also provide support for the infantry. In Phase B, we'll bring the biggest gun of our division, which kinda looks like a Bofors. Let's go to the artillery tab. In Phase A, we're adding the WLA MPM-37, fast and good artillery support for the infantry. It's basically a motorcycle with an 80mm mortar. They have a good amount of smoked shells and HE shells. The Su-76M is a great addition, which can do both artillery and anti-tank. They are truly awesome in Phase A. We'll also add the brand new artillerist units, who have a radio that allows to do surgical strikes. Basically, in-game, when clicking while maintaining the control key in their area of effect, you can perform a surgical strike. In Phase B, always keeping in mind that we need to support our advance, we're bringing the big boy, the ISU-152 with massive 152mm AP shells. And obviously, a Katyusha will be a nice addition to our deck, extremely useful before any advance. Let's switch to the air tab. We're bringing the Normandy Niemen with Marcel Albert and his Yak-90 in Phase A, as well as some Yak-9 to accompany him. Adding a U2 LNB recon unit armed with 4 bombs will be extremely useful if there is not much enemy anti-air. In Phase B, an IL-2M armed with HE rockets will be very efficient against any soft targets. And in Phase C, we'll bring medium bombers, the PE-283 armed with 6 100kg bombs. Phase C is the moment when we can bring the most bombers, which are a great way to open the way for tanks and infantry. Our deck is completed with some defensive structures: barbed wire, gun pit, trenches, and a bunker Maxim. It's now ready for a battle. Thank you guys for watching, and see you soon.
Like and share if you enjoyed the video and think others might benefit from this, and of course subscribe and hit the notification button if you are new to the channel and want to be notified every time I post a video.